Good evening. My name is Lori Elaine with Southern Charm Cooking, and today I'm going to be making tacos, guacamole, and homemade salsa. And the taco recipe came from my mom, but I did add a few things to it to make it a little bit different. So today I've already got the meat kind of separated out. I've already put the heat in. So I start off with, make sure I have black pepper. And this is 2 pounds of meat. And we haven't measured anything, but I just douse it real good to make sure there's plenty of seasoning. That's onion powder, garlic powder. And I always taste it to make sure it tastes good before I serve it, so I don't make Lowry's. Cumin. I might want to come up and let them see how much see how it looks. Cumin and chili pepper. I'll cook this up until it turns brown, and then I'll add my refried beans, like about a cup of salsa, or about a half a cup of hot sauce that I'm fixing to make. So I'm going to go ahead and let this start cooking, and I'll make my salsa. I'm making my salsa now. I got this recipe from a restaurant. I didn't know the equivalent, so I just kind of went they told me the ingredients, so I just kind of tried to get it as close as I could, and it's pretty tasty. So what I do is if I'm doing just one serve for like family of 5, I do 1 can of diced tomatoes, a half of a pepper, de-seeded unless it needs more heat, a handful of cilantro, and about a teaspoon of onion powder, because the onions, if I use fresh, it's just too strong, and then salt. And sometimes if it needs a little bit more tomato or chunks, I will put fresh tomatoes in it, like a handful. And the garlic, I just put in right here, since I'm making a double batch. I did 2 cans of salsa, and normally I'll do 2 cloves of garlic, but these cloves are pretty big, so I'm just doing 2 big ones. And then I'll probably do 2 handfuls of cilantro and two peppers. But one of the things that makes salsa really good is if you heat up the pepper. And they roast it or boil it on the stove, but they told me also I could just put it in the microwave for like 20 seconds, get it soft, and get the flavors going. So I'll let that cook for a little bit. Check on my hamburger meat. Start it cooking. Now I love this little separator from Pampered Chef. Breaks the meat up real good. Breaks the meat up really good to where it makes it real small. So if you don't have one of these, I suggest you get one that saves your hands. I'm de-seeding this pepper. It's always better to get it where you can add pepper instead of having too much. But the secret, if it is too hot, you can always add more tomato sauce or tomatoes to it. Or maybe even a little sugar. Okay, so I'm going to put in my onion powder. And I put in about this much. I'm going to put a little bit more in because I'm doing 2 batches. So I did about 2 teaspoons of that. Now some people like to have fresh, but I prefer the dry. Okay, I'll go ahead and process this. You can zoom up to kind of see how much salt I put in there. We like ours salty. And then I'm going to add cilantro. I like to add the salsa the cilantro at the end because then you just pulse it real quickly. That way it doesn't turn your salsa brown. Just has little, pretty little pieces of cilantro in it. Also, this is when I add my fresh little grape tomatoes, but I didn't have any tonight, so I can't use them tonight in case it's too hot or if I just want some texture. Try it and see if it needs anything else. It's good. Seems like it needs something. No garlic. Maybe a little more onion. So, still how much more? I'm doing a double batch, so I'm having to improvise here. I usually just do one batch. Might need a little more salt. It needs a little more heat, so I'm just going to add a few peppers.
Seeds.
I mean, use seeds. Yeah. Thanks for correction. I love these Vitamixes. Good. That's just a little bite, and that's how you make it. Now that I have my meat brown, I'm going to add a can of refried beans. You can use whatever you want. I just buy these at Sam's because they're cheap, but they are so good. They are good too. So, and then I add a little bit of water to it, just a tad, not too much, just. And then I'm going to be adding my hot sauce. A little bit of hot sauce. Just a little, just to give it some extra flavor. And then I just mix it all up. It'll be ready to go in a few minutes. One thing I love about tacos is that they don't take very long to make, and they're delicious. And everybody likes them but Ben. But okay, now this is what it looks like when it all is mixed up. And let me taste it. Sure it tastes okay. Because we're having company tonight and I want it to taste good. Okay, I'm going to make guacamole, and usually I'll do for our family about 3 avocados. And I slice it like this, and then like this. Take the half out. And then I'm going to add some onion powder, some garlic salt, and some hot sauce because I do not have my grape tomatoes. And some people put lime in it, some people put lemon in it. I really prefer it not to have either one in it. I just like the flavor of the avocado better. but it does help keep it from browning when you do have a citrus fruit in it. Okay, so now that I've gotten my avocado in there, I'm going to add some onion and garlic to it. About not as much garlic because it'll be too strong. Then you can take this, take whatever you want as far as a smasher. I like to use this little egg beater because it does it fast. Leaves little bitty chunks. I prefer not having hot sauce, but because it gives it a brown look, but you just learn to improvise when you forget to get tomatoes. Here's the end product. It's pretty yummy. This is my mother-in-law's touch. She always would fry her tortillas. So Harry likes them this way. We just fry them real quick on each side. And that's the end. And we will be need one more. Water in these tortillas. They don't usually rise like this. I think the water makes them do that. Okay. So we got the tortillas done. We got the guacamole. We got the salsa and the meat. So it's ready to eat. Okay, you ready? So here's the homemade salsa, homemade taco meat, and the guacamole, and then the tortillas. And we're gonna have a siesta. A fiesta, not a siesta.